Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2. We are now back as Alan. We've left Saga behind after she tried to bring Alan back to reality. It seemed like it worked for a second, but he didn't necessarily stay there. So we have to, I guess, continue forward and see how this plays out. So we're going back into Parliament Tower. That's the goal here for Alan. We put the pictures in the photo box the last time.
I'd been here many times
Notice some
before.
demolition.
I didn't know how many. This felt different, like my last chance. If it wasn't already too late.
Okay. Gone.
Nobody lived here anymore. Was I too late?
Get to the writer's room. Oh boy.
Scratch was in there, writing his horror story. There was
Ah.
still time to stop him. I needed to get inside.
Okay, well. There's nothing in here. Oh boy. Yeah, that looks like... Alright.
It won't end. Like a nightmare I can't wake up from. I thought I could contain Ellen in my photos, but I can't. The monster just keeps coming back. Every night. Like waves hitting the shore. I'm so tired. He's here all the time now. There's so much rage inside of him, I can't stand it anymore. God, I tried so hard. I can't. I can't. I have made a decision. Most of you won't understand. People call me an artist. But I don't care about any of that. I just wanted to show the world what I see. I can't keep going like I have been. It's time for a perspective shift. To go from photographer to subject. From artist to art.
What the hell is she talking about? She can commit suicide? Alice Wake took her own life shortly after completing her work on The Dark Place. She will be missed but live on through her art. What the fuck? Those are her final photographs. Is that actually, is this actually true, or is Scratch making it seem like she committed suicide and she's actually still alive? He's trying to break our hope, isn't he? She would have plunged off a cliff. No, I don't believe that.
Alice was dead. Scratch tortured her until she couldn't stand it anymore. Until she broke. And all that time, she thought it was me. Scratch was still here. He hadn't escaped the dark place yet. He was scratching my edits out of return. I had seen this before. This was not Scratch. This was me. Caught in a loop. I had stopped myself trying to fix the manuscript.
Yeah, Scratch is making you...
The one haunting Alice. It was always me.
Yeah, because Scratch is just another personification of Alan, right? So... Because when you think about it, right, like, Scratch is necessarily just the dark presence, right? He's just like, he's the dark presence manifested as an individual. So he's the dark presence manifested as Alan. So everything happening within the dark place is all necessarily, technically, Alan. Alan was haunting her, but in the form of Scratch, right? And Alan is stopping himself from fixing the manuscript because of the personification of Scratch in him, right? So that makes sense. Scratch isn't an actual person, it's just an entity that exists within the dark place as a manifestation of a person.
This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
End of initiation. Okay.
We did bring Wake back from the dark place with the song and the clicker. But he didn't end up here now. He landed on the shore after I faced Nightingale in the overlap. Hey!
Wait, what?
Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! He got out! With my face! Scratch!
That night I found Wake here. He appeared because of this. The summoning. That was Wake. Scratch wasn't pretending to be Wake. They're the same person.
He's here! Scratch! Watch out, Anderson!
Estevez, Scratch is Wake with the dark presence inside him. He wants the clicker. Change of plan. I'll lure him to the cell. When we're inside,
all right.
lock it.
So then basically what we have to do is we have to get the dark presence out of Wake is the idea. We need to separate Wake from the dark presence.
You got it. Hit him, Estevez!
He's too fast. Anderson, pin him down with gunfire for me to get the light on him.
On it.
Damn it. Anderson, we lost power.
The lights, Estevez!
Oh, we need to turn these lights.
Show him, kiddo! You picked a family to mess with, devil.
Now at the bed.
I got everything on power.
Shit, he's free. Lost the lights.
Anderson, he's coming.
Turn the lights.
You're going down, devil.
Okay, we're back.
So wait, hold on. Where am I trying to turn the lights? Where am I actually trying to turn the lights? Do I have to like get the lights on the cage?
Here for you, Saga.
Too fast for me. Shoot him.
I'm running out of fucking ammo here.
I got a pin. Hurry, Anderson. Power is out.
to go.
He's coming for you.
I'll get it running. Just be ready.
Need to point the lights at the cell.
You got Viking blood in you, kiddo. Yeah, you're going down, devil.
Back in business.
Get him where it hurts, kiddo. You picked a family to mess with, devil.
Work together to get him, Anderson.
Make us proud, Saga. Teach him a lesson.
Got a delivery for you, Anderson.
Get the light on him. Got him. Lights are out.
Look out, Anderson!
Need to rotate the lights.
He's dropping ammo for me, but
We're ready to roll now.
You're gonna be sorry, Scott.
I can trap him with the light if you fall down. Use the light on him. I got him trapped. Go, go, go. Got away.
Hang in there,
Now I
Anderson.
need to get him to the cell.
come on, bitch.
Estevez, take me now!
Holy shit. Did we get him?
I'm sorry.
Wait. Is it you?
I'm so sorry.
Did it work?
Nope.
Casey?
It's in Casey now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, threw her in the lake.
I hate
to be the bearer of bad news, folks, but it's official. Tear Fest is canceled. Today, Bright Falls feels a little less bright.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Well, now we're Alan.
We need to get to our next gig. We're doing this for you and our lovely Saga. You take care of things on this side.
Don't screw it up, Tom!
I'd seen it all play out. Like a horror movie I'd been forced to watch. The Dark Presence held all the cards now.
Welcome back, Wake. You are Wake now, right? With the shadow out of you? Some good news, at least.
You gonna say anything, Alan?
Is, I haven't seen a situation this fucked since the AWE in Eagle River. The shadow's now in Alex, and Anderson is gone. We need to figure out how to salvage this.
I'll do anything it takes to fix this, Agent Estevez. I'm the reason this is all happening.
It's never that simple. But I should have put you in a box and shipped you off to a containment facility the second I laid eyes on you. The only question now is... are you able to fix this?
I can try.
Not the most encouraging answer, but we'll make it work.
Scratch. The Dark Presence inside Casey. It threw Saga into the lake. If she ends up in the Dark Place, she could be there forever. It took me 13 years to get out. Zane never did.
Tor and Odin went in after her, right? Maybe they'll get her out. With the power of rock and roll.
I saw them when I was trapped there. They performed in my musical.
I'm immediately less optimistic about this.
What's the situation?
I've never seen an entity break a Bureau containment unit like that. And now the Dark Presence is occupying Agent Casey? When it attacked him in the woods, it must have been preparing for this.
And now he has the clicker. Scratch will go to Bright Falls and use the clicker to bring about the horrific ending he wrote for Return. But I can still fix this.
How?
Scratch must have the manuscript. If I can read the ending, I can rewrite it. I need to go after him.
Just like we did with Departure.
Well, you won't get very far without these. This plan is a real Hail Mary, Wake. I wish I could help, but this is all on you.
So yeah, so Wake basically...
every kind of weapon we have available. Don't fuck it up.
So basically, Wake has to do what he did in Alan Wake 1, which is just rewrite the ending.
I needed a car. The FBI vehicle would be at the parking lot.
I have no ammo, though. There we go. So yeah, the Dark Presence, man, it just destroyed this cage immediately. So yeah, I guess that was the reason, I would say it's kind of one of the reasons why we saw, Casey. I mean, I wouldn't say it's confirmed, but I would say that maybe that's one of the reasons why Alan saw Casey so much in the Dark Place, is because, I think the Dark Presence knew that Casey was a candidate, right, he was a good candidate for being possessed by the Dark Presence. I think Scratch knew that he could take Casey over if he couldn't stay in Alan.
I was awake again, clear-headed for the first time in what felt like a lifetime. I was back exactly where I left. A dark forest outside Bright Falls. A gun in one hand, a flashlight in the other. Haunted by my own writing. Alice taken from me. I knew what I had to do. Stop the horror story from coming true. Stop the Dark Presence.
Rewrite the ending. So, yeah, so that's very strange. So we came out, so Alan basically came out in the past. Okay, move those there, move that there. Quick slot to that. We'll do that there. Move that to that. Move the painkillers to there. Okay. I think I kind of want to run through this. I don't want to waste a ton of ammo. Fuck you. Okay, what? I'm like... Please, you have to stop. This game is so broken. It's so broken and buggy. I just kind of want it to be over at this point. I'm enjoying the story, but the gameplay is bad. So gameplay is truly
the dark presence went into me.
Buggy and
when
awful.
I was pulled back here, crossing over weakened it, made it dormant. I couldn't remember what had happened, but I could feel it, getting stronger, waking up. I thought it was hunting me, closing in. It was inside me the whole time, and then it took over. Turned me into Scratch.
Go, we can heal. All right. Well, get into
I
Saga's
had
car.
to get to Bright Falls. See this through to the end.
All right, so the Anderson brothers have gone after Saga in the lake.
I brought Saga Anderson into this story to help me escape. She succeeded. It cost her everything. I'd used Alex Casey in my writing for years. The real Casey had been drawn here because of that. Now he was a victim too. Saga, Casey, Alice, all this horror originates from me. It's my fault. Scratch had to be stopped. I've driven down this road before. Been driving on it forever. If Scratch had brought the Dark Place here, this would take me back inside. In 2010, I dived in, a leap of faith for Alice, with no idea that the cost would be a nightmare worse than death. It had taken me 13 years to get out. Now Alice was dead because of me.
Is she really, though?
That leap again, this time knowing the cost all too well. Another way to look at it, I had brought the Dark Place here with me. I never had gotten out. Maybe after this I finally could. It was a fool's hope. I had no choice. I had to do it. That didn't make me any less terrified. Fuck it.
Oh. Return. The much anticipated sequel to Departure and Initiation. Deerfest.
This is not what I expected.
This motherfucker is a home run!
Thrilling, moody, and captivating.
Go in the Odear Dining. Oh. Oh, there's a...
Hello, I'm Ilma Koskela, and welcome to the Koskela Brothers Book Club.
I'm literally stuck.
Anticipated new novel by Alan Wake.
I can't do anything.
High quality white offset uncoated paper stock, making every page a true delight to turn in your fingertips.
Let's wait to see when this commercial's over if it does anything or if I have to load it.
Hardcover book jacket made of a premium enabled stock with long.
No, I'm just gonna fucking load it.
I brought Saga Anderson into this story.
Can I
to
just
help me
skip this?
escape.
God.
She succeeded. It cost her everything.
Skip.
I'd used Alex Casey in my writing for years.
Skip.
The real Casey had been drawn here because of that. Now he was a victim too. This is Saga, Casey,
not what I
Alex.
expected.
All this horror originates from me. It's my fault. Scratch had to be stopped.
I'm Ilma Koskela, and welcome
I've driven
to the
down this
Koskela
road
Brothers
before.
Book Club. This
Been
week
driving
we
on it
will
forever.
review the highly anticipated new novel by Alan Wake, Return.
Well, I can't actually view anything.
For high quality white
Again,
offset
it's broken.
I brought Saga Anderson into this story to help me escape.
Oh, shut up!
She succeeded. It cost her everything. I'd used Alex Casey in my writing for years. The real Casey had been drawn here because of that. Now he was a victim too. This is Saga, Casey,
not what I
Alex.
expected.
All this horror originates from me. It's my fault. Scratch had to be stopped. I've driven down this road before. Been driving on it. I needed to get a copy of Return. I needed to read the ending to have a shot at changing it. I was inside Scratch's ending, but I had to get the last copy of the book.
Into believing the Cult of the Tree is the story's antagonist.
The tragedy of Saga losing her family is a blatant commentary on a woman.
The stage fight scene in Departure is one-upped by the absolutely mind-frying Dark Ocean Summoning.
Here we go.
I could see the round windows of the writer's room in the photo. That's where I had to go. To rewrite the ending of Return.
Sick story.
I had the book now. I could write my ending to Return. I had to get to the writer's room to stop this horror story. This was an obsessive, egocentric nightmare, all revolving around a vain monster of a writer and his final divine work of art, the novel Return come true. It wouldn't stop here. It would keep spreading.
Nursing home. Okay, can't go in there. Can't go in there.
I had to find another way inside.
Oh, I'm guessing we're gonna have to go through the wellness center, right?
Alice? What was that? Alice was dead. Was this a trap? Or was Scratch torturing me?
I don't think Alice is dead. I think it's all a lie conjured up by the Dark Presence. Can't like really do much of anything.
Shit, Scratch! Shut the fuck up! Fuck!
Oh boy.
Fuck off!
Go, 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 go!
We're in here, Alan. It's safe here. We're safe in the light, Alan.
Hi, Rose.
For now. But he's very pushy.
Rose, right? From the diner. How are you here?
I'm here to save you, silly. I got your instructions. I found every hidden message you left for me. In the radio, in the wind, in the forums on my Alan Wake fan site.
What? No, Rose, I haven't been leaving you any messages.
Oh, I get it. Yes, Alan, only a crazy person would think you've been leaving them secret messages. Wink. But now you need to get your butt upstairs, Alan. This shit won't right itself, no matter what William Shakespeare said.
Right. Thank you, Rose. I'll do what I can.
Right. Well.
Upstairs. The writer's room must be in the attic. That's where the windows were.
That would be the spiral door, correct?
We'll loop around and come to...
Aye, Ahti.
I have put everything ready for the visitors. I'll come to wash the floor of your room next. All you need is water and Vileda. Water is the oldest bulb. Water finds its way. What water brings, it takes away. It can be clean or dirty. It can keep life or drown it.
Ahti. I didn't expect to see you here, but it makes sense. Can you help me find my way? One last time.
Now there's a devil in the fish trap. Don't be spooked by it so that shit won't start beating your underpants. Okay. I'll get the door open for you, Tom. There you go. The matter is a stake. Now comes the end of the rhyme.
Thank you, Ahti.
So that's what's in here. I thought it was an entrance to the overview, but no, it's a way into the. I mean, maybe, but it's way into the writer's room.
The ending. I only had one chance to get this right. I needed an ending that took everything already in return and extended it into a conclusion that would save us. Only the perfect ending would work.
So Eternal Deerfest, the novel Return Come True, my final divine work of art. First granted to the people of Bright Falls, and over time it would spread, this celebration reaching everyone. Alright, well.
Return's ending was an eternal Deerfest that would keep spreading. Given time, Scratch would plunge the world into his nightmare. I had to stop that from happening. I had to write one more chapter for Return. A perfect ending that would save us all. I was the only one who could write it. Everything depended on this. On me. Any second now, Scratch would burst through that door to stop me. Every plot thread dangled in my brain. It suddenly felt impossible. Something stirred in the room, coming to me. An idea.
Ah, yes.
The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there's only victims and monsters. If there is Arrow, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
I won't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them. We need to try to save everyone.
The ending will have to be dark no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
The scales always need to balance.
Pay the price. Okay.
Something felt different. I'd never seen myself in a vision before, but it fit. Saga and I were both at the center of this story. She was now my co-author. this was the beginning of the end. We were characters in a horror story, charging blindly towards the finale. We still didn't have everything we needed. This would not work without the clicker.
Okay. So Alan has to sit down and write a chapter for Return, so that means we're switching to Saga, but where is Saga?
No!
What's going on? Am I in the field office?
No.
No. It's the mine place. Nothing's working. I can't think straight. I can't sense anyone. Where is everything? My work, it's all gone. What the hell is happening? I can't leave. Why can't I leave?
Alright, well, let's see.
The Dark Presence took over Casey, stole the clicker from me. The last thing I remember is him throwing me into Cauldron Lake.
I'm in the dark place. I'm lost. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do.
That wasn't me. Was it?
Taken you.
What? Failed who?
What just happened? This is the dark place. I think you have to get out of here. How do I leave? You failed them. Profile myself, the Taken version of Saga.
The board says I failed them. Who's them?
I let everyone down.
Your family,
Logan,
your partner.
Casey, myself. This is my fault. My daughter is dead. My partner was taken over by a monster. I'm trapped in the dark place. Powerless.
I'm not powerless. What is happening here? This isn't me. Casey. Casey depended on me, and I let him down. I wasn't watching his back. I got wrapped up chasing the wrong lead. He needed me. Now he's turned into a monster. He needed me. Logan. I neglected my family for my job. I was too thrilled by the cases. The mysteries. I liked how dangerous the work was. And now that danger has destroyed my family. It killed my daughter. No.
So basically, Saga's trying to face some hard truths here. You failed them.
I'm a terrible mother. I let my daughter die. Scratch took Casey, and it's my fucking fault. I'm a failure. This is what I deserve.
Okay.
The story.
My life, my family is just part of a book.
Another white asshole deciding what I get to do, how I get to do it. He took my daughter from me.
I'll never be free of this story from him.
He used her.
Logan is dead.
She's not dead. God damn it.
She's like fading away.
No! I'm done with this. It just keeps coming back. Something's very fucking wrong here. Scratch. He's using Casey now. Like he used Wake.
Oh God. That picture of Casey is terrifying.
What?
It's your fault he got hurt. What else do we have?
Casey was being corrupted and I did nothing.
Injury report. Alex Casey seems physically weakened. We already read this, but at the bottom, you knew he was hurt. You knew the Dark Presence did something to him. You didn't care. You only pretended to care when it was convenient. And the second he became a liability, you let Scratch have him. So see, like, it's the taken part of her mind trying to convince her that she's done everything wrong.
Scratch was Wake. How could I miss that?
There were so many hints. How did you miss this? Wake was Scratch. It was right under your nose. Wake was Scratch. Scratch was Wake. Scratch was Scratch Wake. Scratch Wake. Scratch Wake.
I never should have trusted these.
Ooh, some Night Springs.
Logan and David love that show. Their weekly ritual.
Oh, I thought we were going to get an episode.
This case. This room. Is any of it even real? Casey was hurt. I should have been watching his back.
Okay.
Wait, what? Why is this happening? This isn't... What? It feels like I'm trapped in a nightmare. Stuck in an echo chamber with all my fears, my doubts, my insecurities.
Okay. I mean, it says affecting Casey, but okay. I thought I selected that one already.
No. What?
Right, that one.
No. There's no way out.
Oh boy. New things.
I spent too much time away from Logan. Logan. The horror story used her.
I've had it with you cultist maniacs!
I never should have left Casey at the hotel by himself.
Oh.
The cult was just the beginning of the spiral.
Casey was running for his trust in me.
Come on. What's happening to me? I hate this, but it's all true. I had tried to silence these thoughts. Focus on the case. But I can't escape them anymore. I'm drowning. I need a way out before I'm dragged under.
Maybe you lost your mind?
God damn it! Scratch was too much for us. I should have made Casey stay behind. It was so obvious the Koskela brothers were behind the cult.
Terrible detective.
I can't do this. Shit!
Oh god, what the fuck? That scared the shit out of me.
Let me die.
No, I'm not reading anymore.
Way out.
No. There has to be a way out. I need a way out. Oh, God. None of this is real. I've lost it. I'm not even here. The mind place isn't real. A case about supernatural darkness. I'm having a full-on psychotic break. I dragged Logan away to a tin can in Watery. She's dead because of me. There has to be a way out.
I need a way out.
I need a way out. It's over. There's no point trying. Everything is lost. There's no way out. No way to fix this. There's no way out. I'm stuck here forever. Just me and my past. My guilt. My mistakes. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm stuck. But this is my mind place. My mind. Everything I need is here. It has to be.
Well, I mean, you know, the dark place is
The lights. No. No.
a lot stronger than you think.
Focus, Saga. The answers I need are here somewhere. I just have to look.
There you go. The dark place is a lot stronger than you know.
Hey. Just calling to say thanks for your note. Oh, sometimes I just get in my head too much. So, thanks for pulling me out. You're really the best, Mom. Really.
For what it's
Talk soon.
For what it's worth, Saga, for what it's worth, I think it's important that Logan grows up to see, seeing you do what you love, what you're great at. That will teach her so much. There will be times just like this when you have to question your choices, your competence, even your own sanity. When things get dark, remember to trust and love yourself as much as your family does. You won't be perfect, but I know you'll be amazing. Love always, Mom.
Anderson, look, after Miranda left, it was, well, I was in a bad place. You dragging me to those dinners at your house with your family, it really, meant a lot. Thank you.
I saw this online and it made me think of you.
Not the
Okay,
worst,
what are you
Mom.
doing? Don't make a big deal out of it, Mom. No hugs, no hugs.
Right. So I want to make sure that everything gets done speaking.
Stop blaming yourself, Anderson. A knife in the arm is just part of the job. If you're gonna keep fussing, you can get the hell out. But leave the whiskey.
My badge. Never should have taken this case.
Hey, Mom, I made you a charm bracelet for good luck. I made a matching one for me, so bring me back something cool from Washington.
All right.
I am honored by this award. Thank you. While our agency must continue to improve, the work we do here, protecting communities, pursuing the truth, it's the most important work there is. I can't let this place make me question myself. I know what I'm doing.
If I were a bad,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
if I were a bad detective, I'd probably be dead by now. Blaming myself for past mistakes won't solve the case.
Logan isn't anyone's plot device. She's my daughter. And she's not dead. Dead! She's dead!
My daughter isn't dead, and I won't let some bullshit story convince me that I let her die.
What the fuck? Our job is dangerous. Casey himself told me that. It's no one's fault.
Wish I'd been there for Casey.
It is.
But I know he wouldn't want me to blame myself for this. We can't control every outcome. He taught me that.
It's not too late. I can still save them.
No matter what I do, someone will get hurt. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid.
I'm my own worst enemy. The fears in my head are stopping me from trying. From leaving.
No!
For not to be the perfect mom, but I've done my best. Logan loves me and I love her.
Casey trusts me. I know he does.
I'll always be the best partner. Casey trusts me. Trust me.
What the fuck?
You wouldn't give up, and neither will I. Casey's still in there, I'm sure of it.
It's okay to be afraid. But I can't let this end here.
I can't. I just want it to stop.
Giving up won't make this stop. Logan needs me. Casey needs me.
God damn it.
I haven't lost it, at least not yet. This is all real. This place wants me to doubt myself, but I can't. I still have work to do. I haven't failed them. And I'm not going to. There's still time to fix this. Manuscript pages can't change reality. Wait, what? Okay, well, I guess I'll profile myself again. I am leaving.
I've made mistakes. I'll make more. But I can do better. And I can start by leaving this room.
I'm afraid it will hurt. But nothing will hurt more than not trying to save them.
It will hurt. But I will fight.
What the fuck?
The Dark Place tried to trap me here. The only way to leave is facing it head on. Wake called it a nightmare. I need to dive into that nightmare and find a way back home.
Okay, case closed. Waken the clicker. So the tree. There you go.
The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent.
There we go. This is how I leave.
Saga, wake up.
Oh shit, I'm in New York. Come home.
The payphone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me. Hello?
It's me again. You need to go to the statue at Parliament Tower Plaza. To make your ending come true, you will need what's inside the shoebox there.
Alice?
The ending? A shoebox? Who is this?
I think it's Alice. Oh yeah. Let's go see Tim. Hi, Tim.
Agent Anderson. Is that really you? Sorry, this place likes to play tricks.
Sheriff Breaker? What happened to you? How did you end up in the Dark Place?
I was brought here. Snatched away from the morgue by a man named Orlin Dorr. Been trying to piece it together for... well, it feels like a long time now.
Who is this Dorr person?
He's here. Somewhere. I've been seeing his face in my dreams for years. This whole thing is insane. But he is much more than he seems. He's connected to all of this.
I need to get to Parliament Tower Plaza. Do you have any idea where it is?
This place, it's like trying to find your way around in a dream. I've been trying to map it, but it keeps looping, shifting. Like there are many versions stacked on top of each other. There is a page. Describes Door finding his way through this place. I tried to follow the steps, but no luck.
Can I see that page, Tim?
Of course. In fact, it's the page I tried to give you back in the morgue in Bright Falls. Huh. Now that I think about it, maybe Door brought me here to keep you from reading it. Here. I'm gonna keep looking for Door. The closer I get, the closer I feel to waking up. I need to find the man behind the curtain.
Orlin Door walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. He stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
I know what I need to do. The door to Parliament Tower Plaza was at the construction yard.
Orlin Door walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. The rain did not seem to touch him. He sensed his steps were being observed, documented into the story. He allowed it, this one time, for this one reason, to be passed on by his unwilling disciple, to be read at the right time. The ocean that was the dark place took the shape of New York City, drawn from the mind of Alan Wake, in part for the writer to navigate his prison, in part to torment him as he struggled to find his way out. Door was not bound by the rules as Wake was. He came and went as he pleased. For now, Door entertained the writer's fantasy, for a purpose known only to him. At the edge of the plaza, he stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there, another part of Wake's fiction. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
This is the first time I've seen a page about Orlin Door. Who is he?
A door that stands between two rooms is in both. A door that can lead anywhere is everywhere. That door is the center. He governs the currents of reality.
With all the powers mixed up in this, it's hard to know who's playing who. Opening too many doors. This isn't important right now. I can look into it later. The page describes him moving through the door. How can I do that?
The dark place has many faces and many names. It is a mirror, reflecting all possible realities. The family of Doors have the power to shift between these realities, here and elsewhere.
If I can find a way to navigate through this nightmare, maybe I can find a way to get back home.
So Door has the ability to go kind of like what Jesse did with the oldest house, right? The ability to like navigate going through. No, of course I don't have a map. To navigate going through different areas to move through the dark place. Is it this door here? Okay. Now we're in the subway.
I made it. I need to get up to the street and find that statue.
Ah.
Enough already. There's the shoebox. The clicker. And some kind of bullet. Shining with light. How did the clicker get here from
Bullet of light. Okay, we'll answer this.
Yes?
Hello. You don't know me, but you need to listen.
Hold on. How did you know the clicker would be there?
This is important. Alan was lost. He doesn't have the ending. He needs your help to finish the story.
How am I supposed to help him from here? Okay. I'm in the dark place. Wake is in Washington. I could talk to him in overlaps before. My mind place is more powerful than I ever knew.
Alan. We need to talk about the ending.
Saga, what is this?
My mind place. I've reached out to you like this before. But I understand more about it now.
You see visions too. I used to think they were ideas, inspiration, but they're real. Just like this now. I try to use them to make the story come true.
So this is coming from both of us. Maybe that's how we could communicate in the overlaps. We could use this to stop Scratch.
First, I need the ending.
So there's a problem with the ending?
I don't have the ending. It has to be perfect, but I don't have time to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Fuck. I'm so sorry. This whole thing is a fucking mess.
I agree. But we can still figure this out. And what exactly does perfect mean?
The elements of the ending need to come from the story's pre-existing parts. To make matters worse, this is a horror story.
You don't need to tell me this is a horror story.
Right. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters.
There must be a way to bring a hero into the story.
If there is a hero,
they have to sacrifice.
So the ending has to be earned, set up by the story. You can't build a case without supporting evidence.
That's the only way to make it stick.
I can't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them. We need to try to save everyone. I have an idea how to help Casey. He's a real person who I twisted into a character. He isn't my creation, so he isn't a suitable host with a dark presence. I can write that into the ending to drive that fucking thing out of him.
Well, if the ending has to fit the story, this is how I see it. Return is a story about a story that comes true. And I'm a character in the story.
Not just a character.
You're the main
The
character.
hero.
Yeah, the hero.
Okay, a hero. In any case, I've been through hell to be here. And this is my life. It feels earned to me that I rise above the story and be there to create the ending.
Yes. That's what we're doing. Here, now. We're figuring out the ending I need to write.
This isn't Scratch's ending. But this isn't your ending either. This is our ending. You aren't the only one deciding these things anymore.
You're right. I can't do this alone. Every time I write, things only get worse.
You beat this thing back in 2010, Alan. And here you are doing the same again. You're a hero too. We're in this together.
Then let's bring it home.
The ending will have to be dark, no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
One of the heroes. The scales always need to balance. Fuck it. Let's go with this.
Are you sure?
There's no time for anything better. Scratch could be here any second.
Then that's our ending. I have the clicker. I'll find a way to get it to you.
And I'll get the pages down. See you on the other side.
I'm a little confused on everything that I'm...
retrace my steps back to Caldera Street Plaza. I arrived in the dark place through the fountain. Maybe I can leave that way too. Caldera Plaza is back through the subway. I have to hurry.
Flashlight batteries. I'm gonna fucking die here. I have 0 health. There we go. That's just in the writer's room. How? I have no idea.
Saga, I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker and the bullet of light. Let's do this. I have to be the one to do it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here. This darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting my face into the water.
There's Casey.
It's shockingly
Slash Scratch.
past the mirror of the surface. And I will see.
Casey?
Scratch! Now!
A white, searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard. What if there's nothing waiting to be revealed? The play of shadows fooled us all, subterfuge to get our price of admission. Darkness not as a monster, but as emptiness. We're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside, is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing will sleep. This is how we win. Is it too easy? What if this is still the dark place? Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to...
Over. Anderson.
Wow. So there's Platinum, by the way. Can I skip? Can I skip these? Okay, post credits for this.
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls. I went to their offices and something happened there. After I got home, I could suddenly remember everything. I remembered being trapped inside that lake.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Ocean with echoes of myself, my fears, my photos, inside a dark tide of madness, the same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too.
Oh, so she has like a connection because she's been in the dark place.
The dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you so that I could get you to where you needed to be. The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension. Light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. And we're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through the loop. But I will keep showing you the images you need to see. The light you need to see. Until you're ready. Alan, I think we're getting close.
It's not a loop. It's a spiral.
I am not going to lie. I'm sort of confused on what we've witnessed just now. There's so many questions that I have. Like, first of all, obviously, the first question is, who is this Warlin Door, and what is his connection to the Dark Place, as well as his apparent power that the doors have, right? Is he some kind of para-natural entity? Is he like a para-utilitarian like Alan? You know, like, what is his role in this? 2, I'm really trying to, like, figure out how Saga's powers work and what her ability... Because, like, the whole idea is, like, they're saying, like, the Andersons have this ability to create this mind place. But this mind place can't just be something that they do. It has to be some kind of actual, like, para-natural phenomenon type of power. So, I mean, the question is, where is the dark entity now? Like, did they kill the dark presence? Is the dark presence still alive? Are they all trapped in the dark place still? Is Casey in the dark place with Saga? Is Saga still in there with Alan? Is Alan still in there? Or how did Alan... I mean, how did they save the town? Did they save the town? Because, like, obviously, Alan writes a new ending to Return that negates everything that Scratch tried to write. Saga made that come true because it couldn't be Alan that did it. So she takes the pages, she takes the clicker, she uses the clicker. The dark presence is then lifted out of Casey. It goes back into Alan, but she shoots Alan with the bullet of light. But I don't understand necessarily what Alice has to do with this, because they're trying to tell us that Alice is dead. Because in all honesty, it's just like, it doesn't really tell us if any of this actually worked or not. And I feel like the game is leaving us with more questions than answers. And it leads me to believe that we're either going to see DLC expansions to this or another game. But I mean, I understand the reason why... So obviously, you know, the thing that I said about Alice with her, like, oh, maybe she was never actually in there, all of that stuff, obviously that wasn't true. Alice remembered that she was in the dark place, and that's the reason why she can see Scratch in the dark place and all this stuff, is because she's been there. That's how she has this connection to Alan. I mean, Mr. Scratch is really just a version of Alan. And all of it's Alan in the sense. Because, like, yeah, you know, he thought that Scratch was attacking Alice, but he realizes that it was just him, that his repeated, like, attempts, like him attempting to contact her or reach her, causes her to have the visions. But I just don't necessarily know if she actually is dead. I mean, it's telling us that she's dead. But I mean, like, does the mid-credits, like, is that, like, telling us that she's not actually dead? Because, I mean, yeah, it's saying that she reached out to the FBC, but, like, the question is, my question is that we read everything that we read for the Alan Wake expansion, of Alice going to the FBC, telling them that she's been haunted. All that stuff takes place when? Because I'm unsure now if because if Control takes place before Alan Wake 2, which I would assume it does, obviously, because at the end of the Alan Wake expansion, it tells us that there was another event occurring in Bright Falls. But here it almost seems like she's going to the FBC afterwards. I mean, I know that Alice is the one who was calling Saga. So that leaves the question then, is Alice then in the dark place? Are we all in the dark place? Is everybody just in the dark place now? Like, is Saga there? Is Casey there? Is Alan there? Is Alice there? And what about Logan and David? What about that whole thing? What about her daughter? The real question is, what is this whole "it's not a loop, it's a spiral" thing mean? Because, like, obviously we see Alan die over and over again in the dark place, which makes it seem like it's a loop. And we've heard that it's not a loop, it's a spiral before. We heard it in the movie. Because, I mean, the spiral thing, right, that was in Nightless Night. The Tom Zane film. God, I have no idea. I feel like Jesus, I have no clue. I feel like this is like just it's very confusing in terms of like what some of this shit means. Like, I felt like I was kind of following along in the story, and then I feel like everything that I thought was something was not. And I feel like I feel like the story is just buried in like confusing narrative that doesn't necessarily seem like it makes too much sense. Unless, like, I feel like you would have to go back, and I feel like the problem is that I feel like with a lot of deep narratives, I feel like you can't necessarily understand it on the first go around. I feel like this is a game where I would have to go back and play the entire thing again to see if there were clues. Let me see if I can find like an ending explanation and we can like read it and find out. Oh, Scratch defeated, but Alice now believes she has the means to help Alan escape the dark presence, and Alan himself has an epiphany. While Alan thought he was stuck in a time loop, with one version of himself turning into Mr. Scratch, events are in fact ascending and looping. And everything has happened counts towards the wider story, no matter how many times it plays out. Alan hasn't been rewriting anything, just adding new layers to the story that isn't being told in a linear fashion. While the story is indeed looping back on itself like a spiral, it's always moving ever upwards towards an inevitable ending. Of course, the third Alan Wake game will likely reveal there are more enemies to defeat and problems to overcome, but theoretically, Alan and Alice can escape the dark presence and in the threat it poses. This will likely be through Alan's writing, using the powers in the entity gives him a weapon against it, this time armed with the knowledge of the spiral, something that can allow Alan to prevent enemies like Mr. Scratch from appearing again. That still doesn't really put into perspective how that works. Let's check Reddit. a lot of people are saying that her death was faked. By leading on in certain directions rather than Alan revealing herself, she can help shape his path better. Dude, I don't even know. I mean, we know that there's going to be an alternate narrative with the New Game Plus, right? And we know that there may be some DLC expansions. I mean, obviously, in all honesty, I'm really just trying to put shit together in my head. I feel like you could interpret this ending however you want, and I feel like no matter what I say, feel like it's going to be wrong. In my interpretation of this is that Saga is a that Alan and Saga are both para-utilitarians. I feel that Alan is a person that was created by Thomas Zane, who was written into existence by Thomas Zane. Thomas Zane experienced the Dark Presence and the Dark Place in the 70s. Everything that happened to him happened. And he wrote Alan into existence to help fight the Dark Place and the Presence by creating a person that would have the ability to create other people or to be able to create other things to help fight what is essentially an unstoppable enemy. Right? And so I feel that Alan is a person who was created by Thomas Zane, written into existence somehow. Alan is a para-utilitarian who not only has the ability to wield objects of power like the clicker and the typewriter, but has the ability to create new realities or to shape reality, more or less, to fit a narrative. And essentially what he's done is he's just fucked everything up, not in a like Alan's a bad guy kind of way, but in a way that was unavoidable to him. That his fate related to the Dark Presence and the Dark Place is unavoidable. That Tom created him for the purpose of fighting it, but Alan didn't know that. And Alan doesn't realize that everything he's done has just kind of made it worse. Right? So he writes all of these Alex Casey books, and then eventually he obviously becomes a famous writer. He goes to Bright Falls. Everything that happens in Bright Falls is real. He disappears. Alice comes back. And Alan then, writes the real Alex Casey into existence? Does he write Saga Anderson into existence? I mean, is Alan done the same thing that Tom did to him, which is write somebody into existence to help? And that's who Saga is. She's written into existence as a descendant of the Anderson brothers, right? And she has Alan's ability, right? Alan's ability is that he is able to write things into reality. Saga's ability is that she has the ability to essentially deduce. If you guys have ever seen The Boys, or if you ever watched The Boys, there's a character called Tech Knight, who's basically this like superhero detective. He's a detective that uses like he can like look at you and deter and like or like smell things or see things that makes him be able to figure everything out. She's kind of like Tech Knight. She has the ability to deduce stuff and to profile people and come up with the truth by creating this mind place, right? So she obviously has her own power and her ability. We know the Cult of the Tree was good. They were killing the Taken, so we know about that. The Cult of the Word were the murderers following Alan Wake, who they believed his writing was doctrine. The idea, the departure was, the story of departure was the entire story of Alan Wake. Return is the story of Alan Wake 2. It's the story about the story of somebody coming true. And then Initiation was Alan's story that he was writing to get out of the dark place. But now, to me, from seeing the ending, what I feel is that Alice is alive. And if it's true she's in the dark place, then she's there, Alan is there, Saga and Casey are there. But what about the town? What happened to Bright Falls? What's going to happen to... I mean, even Sheriff Breaker's there. What's going to happen to him? And where does Warland Dorr fit into all of this? Because he seemingly is not a character that really is fit into any of this, besides being the host of a TV show. And, of course, going missing at some point. I don't know, man. This shit is really confusing, and I don't necessarily think I have the answers. I don't think any of us do. I think that this game is being left open-ended for either another game or for DLC. But it's very deep and very well written. I will say that. It's very complex. And I hope that maybe someday somebody will come out with a thorough analysis of this and maybe like break it down, and maybe it'd be easier to understand possibly what we've kind of witnessed in this. I don't know, dude. Although I do have to say it's a shame, because I feel like this game has been a little ruined, because so many people have given this game like perfect scores, and this game does not deserve a perfect score just for its narrative, because this game is buggy and broken and slow paced, and a lot of people I've heard some people say that it's slow paced on purpose because of like the narrative, but I mean necessarily for the way that you like move. Like the gameplay is slow paced and it's buggy and glitchy, and the end of this game is just downright fucking broken. So it needs more patches, because I don't know if the updates they've put out now have broken this game more than it did at launch, but it has problems. I would say that if you want to play this, I would probably wait to see if there's going to be DLC that comes out for this, and wait for them to patch the game. I enjoyed this. I think this game was like a solid... For me, this game is kind of... I didn't really enjoy this game as much as I enjoyed Alan Wake. I feel like there are parts of this game that I find to be fun, which is like everything that's not exploration. But I feel like this game's like a solid 8 for me. It's like a solid 8 for me. This game is not a perfect game. It has a lot of technical issues. But I feel like the last few chapters of this game I've kind of lost the plot in terms of like understanding necessarily what's going on. So yeah, I'm sure there might be some people who understand it way more than me. But yeah, it's a little odd. in terms of how it ends. We don't know if Logan's alive. Yeah, I feel like I've been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to talk about this, but thoughts? I would love to hear everybody else's thoughts, especially if you think you know the answer, but I really feel like this is too open-ended. I mean, does this lead to another Control? Does this lead to DLC? Does it lead to another Alan Wake? I don't know where the future comes from here, but it's definitely ending on this cliffhanger that I feel like we really don't have answers to what is going on. And I feel like if there is going to be a third Alan Wake, I feel like the entire game should just take place in the Dark Place. I feel like that would be a really cool story. I feel like they need to also make the gameplay a little bit faster paced, because like if the game was as a little bit faster paced like the original Alan Wake was, then I feel like it would have played a little better. But yeah, I've enjoyed this, and even though my brain's a little broken here at the end for the ending, I'm trying to figure it out. I definitely want to come back and I want to do a New Game Plus in the future, and I want to see this like new narrative that they're going to push, if it's going to be like an alternate ending or what. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be, but I really would definitely want to see that and see if it adds to what possibly we've witnessed here. Who knows? If there is DLC, I'd love to see another Night Springs thing for sure. I know that there's people who mentioned that the idea of Night Springs being kind of teased in this, like a new season, kind of hints maybe that we will see something like that in the future. I hope you've enjoyed this game as much as I have, in terms of, for what it's worth. I feel like waiting for this sequel for so long, I feel like there were answers that I kind of got that I wanted, and I feel like this game is really kind of the lost of the games for me. It's given me like a couple of answers, but it's given me 55 more questions that I have unanswered. And I don't necessarily know where we're going to go from here. But I'll be there when we do. So take care, everybody. Thank you all for joining me for Alan Wake 2. What a fucking trip, dude. This game has been something, I'll tell you. Some really good parts, some really not so great parts, and some really bad, buggy, broken shit. So, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.